right, hello, how you doing today? Today we're talking about rotations, and what I want to let you know is that rotations are twists. So you twist this triangle around the origin in this case. So how do you rotate? Well, you have to remember that this is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, this is quadrant 3, and this is quadrant 4. Okay? When you go counterclockwise, it's really a left-hand turn. This would go against the hands of a clock. So anyways, when you rotate 90 degrees, what you're going to do is you're going to turn your paper. But before we turn our paper, let's talk about where these points are. Point C, you get there by doing over 2 and up 1. If I were to turn this paper 90 degrees to the left, I would turn it like this. What I've just done is I've taken that triangle and I've transformed it or rotated it to actually quadrant 2. What used to be over 2 and up 1 now becomes up 2, back 1. So what we're going to do is, since that would go up 2 and back 1, we're going to plot this point. So there's C prime. B is over 5 up 3. And if I were to rotate this, you'll notice that the path actually looks like it changes. And B would rotate into the second quadrant. How would you get there from the origin? You go up 5 and back 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing, go up 5 and then back 3. That's where B would rotate. And last but not least, there's A. A, normally how you get there is over 2 and up 8. But what will happen is when you turn this 90 degrees, it looks like it's going to go up 2, back 8. So we're going to do that right here. Up 2, back 8. That's your A prime. And when you rotate this, instead of pointing up, your A will actually point to the left. Alright? So this is pretty simple right here because A prime we found was actually now at negative 8, comma 2. B prime was at negative 3, comma 5. C prime is negative 1, comma 2. The triangle ABC becomes triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. If you notice what happened here, if this was X comma Y, or 2 comma 8, notice what happened here. The X and the Y switched places. So what happened is that the Y and the X would switch places. And notice how that Y value became the opposite value. Right here, that is the rule for a rotation of 90 degrees counterclockwise. So let's try a 180 degree rotation. This will be the last one of this video because I just want to get you to understand the concept of what to do. A 180 degree rotation would be a 90 degree rotation plus another 90 degree rotation. Okay, so I'm going to put this back up and you're going to do the same thing we did before. How do you get to C? Well, over 2 and up 1. If I turn this 180 degrees counterclockwise, you'll see that this red path now looks like it goes back 2, down 1. We want to ignore all the numbers that are on this number line. Again, this is backwards motion, then down 1. So that's where C is going to land. So back 2, down 1. We'll go right there. That's where C prime is. Okay. B is over 5 up 3. Okay, that's normally how you get there, but if you rotate it, notice how to get to B now would be back 5, down 3. Okay. So that's what we're going to do right here. We're going to go back 5 and down 3. That's where B prime is going to be. And last but not least, there's A. To get to A, you go over 2 and up 8 again. If you rotate this 180 degrees, you'll find out to get to A, it's actually back 2, down 8. So that's what you're going to do. Go back 2, down 8, label it A prime. Sorry if there's an echo, but somebody unplugged my computer and decided to use it, so the settings might not be correct, so if it's annoying to listen to, I apologize. Anyhow, so if you notice, this rotated 180 degrees. It was in the first quadrant. 90 degrees would put it here, another 90 would put it here. So when we turned it 180 degrees, we saw where that path would lead each point. Distance is preserved from the origin by going, instead of over and up, back and down. A prime, you'll notice that it's -2, -8. B prime is -5, -3. C prime is -2, -1. And your triangle is going to be A prime, B prime, and C prime. If you notice how this changes right here, the only thing that changes is that this becomes the opposite values. So you're going to get the same value. So it looks like it's going to stay X, Y, except these signs change to their opposites. Okay. So you can go ahead and try this. This would be a clockwise rotation. I had to darken these lines up here because this didn't copy well. But if you rotate 90 degrees, you'll see that this will go to the right. If you count, this is the first quadrant now, second, third, fourth. Notice how this went to the fourth quadrant from the first. First quadrant right there, you turn it, now it's in the fourth quadrant. This is what your resulting image should look like. So how do you get to A, B, and C? Well, over 0 up 2. If I rotate it this way, guess what? It's going to be that way too. So that's pretty easy. C prime. How do you get to A? Normally you go up 5, over 0 up 5 actually. So then how do you do it when it's this way? Well, you're going to go to the right or forward 5. And there's A prime. B, how do you get there? You go over 5 and up 2. If I go over 5 and up 2 and I turn this way, it looks like it's going to go down 5 over 2. So that's what we're going to do. Go down 5 over 2. And there's your B prime. Once you connect the dots, you'll see that this rotated to the fourth quadrant because it's going clockwise. It's going against the quadrants. Okay, it's going the same way the clock hands would go in the classroom. So you turn the paper that way, and here's what your ordered pairs would be. A is going to be 5, 0. C is going to be 2, 0. B, since it's in the fourth quadrant, is going to be 2, -5. Triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. Okay, so X, Y, a normal ordered pair. Let's look at this one. I'm going to stay away from the zeros. What happened is these flipped around. And guess which one of these gets the negative? The first position or the second position? Well, it's right there. Look, the second position gets it. So it's Y, -X. So that concludes rotations and how you do those. If you need any more comments, please let me know by emailing me at andy.brown@greececsd.org. And I'll be happy to make another video for you or respond to what you have to say. Thank you so much for coming and joining me. I'll see you soon. Bye.